May I have your attention, please?
Welcome to Real Gaijin, unveiling the real Japan, an American expat's inside look. Now it's time for another story from the Read My Lips series of podcasts. Summarized podcast.
All right. Well, good morning to all of you joining from Japan. My name is Mark Kennedy. I am the author and main publisher of the Real Gaijin Substack, and I'm the host of the Real Gaijin Ask Me Anything AMA podcast series. Today we have a great guest, Lisa from Sapporo, whom I'll introduce in just a second. You might have noticed Lisa is actually Japanese. Now, normally on Real Gaijin, we focus on interviewing fellow real foreigners or real Gaijin, Gaikokujin, that are actively involved with Japan in some form or another, either within Japan or from outside Japan. But every once in a while, we are lucky to be joined by Japanese people that are really involved with helping the foreign community in Japan. And today we have just such a guest. So without further ado, this is Lisa from Sapporo. Lisa, you want to say hello?
Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa from Sapporo.
Oh, great. All
Yeah.
right, good. Now, Lisa has many hats, and we're going to hear about all of them in just a second. But the main gist of today is to talk about her experience as a host of an Airbnb property in Sapporo, which is a really hot spot in Japan for tourism right now. And particularly right now, they're getting dumped on with lots of snow, the famous J-POW snow. So we're going to hear all about that, what it took to develop the Airbnb, run it, how it's going, challenges, so forth, and how you can get in touch. We're covering all of that. But first, let's hear a little bit about Lisa's incredible international background. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself first, Lisa.
Yes, thank you so much, Mark, first of all, for this opportunity. So, about myself, so I grew up in Japan, and after I graduated from university, I went into big company in Japan. And yeah, at that time, like 10, 15 years ago, the Japanese working culture. I was working so hard and so long. And yeah, I got some chance to go to Rwanda suddenly. Actually, at that time, I was thinking like, oh, how can I survive this? Because at that time already I was a single mom, and surviving in like Japanese enterprise was so difficult. So I was at loss. And then like my very close friends, they were already in Rwanda doing their own business. And why don't you come visit us? Okay, let me visit. So I visited Rwanda, and I really liked Rwanda. I mean, the climate was beautiful. People are nice. Like you might have that image of like 32 years ago, like genocide thing, but actually it's so safe and clean. People are nice. So, okay, I will move here. So then I moved there, and I have to do something, right? And then the friends, why don't you do Thai restaurant? We need it. So, okay, I'll do that. So
Wow.
that's how I ended up in Rwanda. So running Thai restaurant for 8 years.
Right.
And yeah, so a couple years ago, I moved back to Japan. I'm not from originally from Sapporo, but yeah, I'm originally from Tokyo. But long story short, I ended up in Sapporo, and I really liked it. Yeah, at that time, I didn't know how long I'm gonna stay in Sapporo, but I really like Sapporo, so I decided to stay here. Yeah.
Well, all right. Now, when you're struggling somewhere and decide to move abroad, yes, Rwanda does not come at the top of many people's lists, but what an interesting story. So I'm curious, I know you visited at least the famous Hotel Rwanda. Did that spark your interest in becoming an Airbnb host?
Yeah. Yeah, Hotel Rwanda actually, like, it's very beautiful hotel. Of course, now, like, it's so quiet. Yeah, I recommend actually, I would recommend all you guys to go to Rwanda. Like, you have that image, like, Africa is so hot or
Yeah.
humid, but, so Rwanda is East Africa. It's very landlocked country in the middle, but it's kind of East Africa, so altitude is very high. So it's really nice weather, no air conditioner or no heater, nothing.
Mm, great. And so this was after working at a giant Japanese corporation.
Mm-hmm.
This was your first experience as a startup entrepreneur.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. So you kind of cut your teeth or learned the hard way how
Yeah,
to make
yes.
money and
Actually hard
have a
way, yeah.
successful. Okay. Well, it sounds like 8 years. That's a long time for a restaurant, especially doing this in a foreign country. So it must have been
Mm.
pretty successful. Great. All right. So then you came back to Japan. And before we jump into the
Mhm,
Airbnb section, two other housekeeping things. Number one, for all of our listeners, and
mhm.
we already have quite a people online, which is wonderful. This is an Ask Me Anything session, AMA. So notice that chat box functionality at the bottom of your screen. Put in your questions, comments there, and we will try to get to them as we go. I guarantee we'll review all of them. Also, just so you know, the recording of this interview will be out within 24 hours. Give me about a day or so to edit it, but then it will be up on the site and you can ask further questions. And of course, I'll put links to Lisa in Sapporo, the site, and also Lisa's separate Substack. Oh, you want to tell us about that? What you also are quite a writer.
Thank you. Yes, I'm writing Unlocking Japan. Yes, so I'm gonna write more, so please
Ah,
check it. Mm.
good. Yeah, it's a great site in English. And now Lisa's also active in Japanese otherwise, but on the internet. But in English, it gives a great perspective that's different from certainly a foreigner's perspective, which is
Mhm.
important.
Oh,
All right.
thank you.
Without further ado, let's jump
Mm.
into it. So, what led you to be interested to become a host of an Airbnb property?
So the very originally, like, because I travel a lot, so I was
Mm,
thinking, what if I can rent my apartment when I was away? That's the very starting point. And also, like, I have some visitors from like many countries, and I was showing around Sapporo. And yeah, so I do a tour guide
mm,
also. And yeah, I was thinking, okay, maybe that would be interesting if I combine like
mm.
Airbnb and like tour business and or like travel planning service all combined. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So, oh, that's right. So, Lisa in Sapporo is essentially a travel concierge
Mm-hmm.
service.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you take your guests in Sapporo?
So, like many places, actually, so it's up to the guests. I can customize, but one of the places are like Sapporo Beer Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like actually that place is very inspiring. It's not about beer, but so kaitakushi, you
Mm,
might have heard
yes.
it. So like Japan's like at the end of Edo era or the beginning of Meiji era, the very like pioneering spirit is there.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting place. Yeah.
So, you're a tondenhei, a
Tonde.
pioneer.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, at least in the travel concierge business and now in the Airbnb business. Okay.
Yeah.
So, about your property, were you
Mhm.
already living there or is this a new property that you got your hands on?
So I'm renting that apartment. So it's like not 70, but 40 years old, like wooden
Oh,
apartment. Yeah. So maybe I can talk about a little bit about like how to find property.
yeah.
I mean, so if you think about like running Airbnb, like the first thing that you decide is if you rent or
Mhm.
own. And to be honest, renting and doing Airbnb, the margin is so small.
Ah,
So, yeah, if you can, I mean, if you have a lot of money, just buy a house or buy the whole apartment, one building. And that's the most profitable way. But
ah,
like renting, the good thing is like you can start quickly.
hmm.
So yeah, I didn't really think about well on that and let me start. So I'm kind of that person. So I just started renting and get started. Yeah.
By the way, about
Mhm,
the selection of the location, I understand that
mhm.
some places are already essentially zoned, or at least they have the permission to be used as a short-term rental for more than 180 days per year, whereas
Mhm.
others don't, and you have that restriction.
Yes.
Does
So
that apply in Sapporo too?
yes, yes. In Sapporo, so many regulations and zoning is very strict.
Mm.
So, like, if your apartment or the house is close to school, for example, you cannot operate during school days. Means only weekends and holidays.
And
So,
how far away from school do you have to be?
more than 100 meter. So,
Oh, okay. All
not
right.
not
So
too
not too
much,
far.
but many elementary schools and like junior
Yeah.
high schools, yeah.
Ah.
So yeah, zoning is really tricky.
So were you able to select an apartment, or did you know at the time that this would be able to be rented more than 180 days per year?
Yeah, so I had a connection with like Asian agency, and I told them that I'm looking for an apartment that you can do Airbnb, and I waited maybe for a couple months because like uh good one, once it hits market and then it goes quickly, so quickly. So
Ah.
many people wants to start Airbnb like renting style,
Mhm.
but like very limited number because like those kind of renting, so the like condos impossible. So because
Mm.
condos have association,
Yeah.
and yeah, it bans Airbnb, and to change that rule, it's almost impossible. So forget
Mhm.
about condo. So you have to rent like kind of small apartment. And
Mm.
if the owner wants to do Airbnb, then it comes into the market. But like they put higher price. Uh,
A
yeah,
premium. Sure.
yeah,
Mm.
premium. So for example, my apartment, the tenants pay 50,000 or 60,000 yen, Japanese yen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I'm paying like 80,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mm.
And so the ideal size, I mean, what did you, I mean, the link to the property, which looks wonderful, is on the
Mhm.
invitation,
Mhm.
but how big is this?
So it's 52 square meters.
Okay. And what's the floor?
Yeah, like two bedrooms,
Oh, okay.
a flat plan. Yeah, two bedrooms. Yeah, living room, kitchen, dining, one bathroom. Yeah, I always wish like Japan has more than two bathrooms in one apartment, but
Mm.
they don't have it. So, you know.
And when you are a host of an Airbnb, or maybe it's property specific,
Mhm.
are there limitations on the number of guests that can stay at your property in any one time?
Yes. So according to the regulation, like for one person has like 3.3 square meters.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, if you
Not
do
much.
the math, I can make it like 52 divided by 3, so a lot. But I just decided to make it 7, so
Oh,
that,
okay.
but if you stay like adult 7 people in one apartment in two
Yeah.
bedrooms, it's pretty tight. So yeah, ideally maybe like one family like with 2 kids, or like 2 generation family, and yeah,
Ah,
kid is like maybe 1 year old small, then should be okay. Yeah, so I have 7 beds.
oh,
Technically, like one is futon. Yeah, not
oh,
one, but
okay.
yeah. But I would recommend like 4 or 5. Mm.
And where are your clients coming from at this point, mostly?
Yeah, mostly Asia so far. Like Taiwan, Hong Kong, like Singapore, or like Thai. So East Southeast Asia and Australia, of course, and
Ah,
New Zealand, and some Europeans and Americans.
wow. So it's quite international. And when did you open for business?
So it's quite new. Last November.
Oh, okay. So it's only been open for a few months. And
Yes.
how is it going? Are you getting a lot of bookings?
Yes, so many bookings actually. So
Ooh.
once we listed Airbnb and Booking.com, so like within a week, I got like 30 bookings up to next spring. So
Whoa.
wow, yeah. And it's yeah, because like in Sapporo, so December, January, February is the highest season because
Yeah.
of this Japo. And yeah, so in December we got like seven guests. I mean 7 groups. Mm.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
successful right away.
Yes,
That's
yes, yes, right
terrific.
away. Yeah.
And now, do you have to leave like a day or a half a day in between visitors to clean, or how does that work?
So so technically it's really complicated, but so if you don't live in that apartment, of course, I'm not living there. How can I like welcome guests, in that
Yeah.
small apartment? So if you're not living there, according to the law, we have to hire or like make a contract with a management company with a license.
Um,
Yeah, so that's the thing. But if, for example, if you do at your house, the like Airbnb, then it's okay. Like
oh,
you don't have to hire a management company unless you want. Yeah. So pretty
what
much
about
we
the
do
actual
everything.
cleaning? Like if you're doing this from your home, maybe you don't need a management company, but what about an outside cleaning service? Is that acceptable?
Yes, but actually in Sapporo, it's a like a very like so many people want to do Airbnb, but a few supplier like linen supplier and cleaning company.
Mm.
So it's a bit difficult to find a cleaning company unless you have a contract with a management company, or you have to do yourself like that. Mm.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, interesting. So, for scheduling your guests, back to that question
Hmm.
from before, do
Hmm.
you allow um, like a day to do all the cleaning, or can you get it done
Sorry, you're
faster?
asking about the schedule. So, checking out time, we set at 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Like personally, like checking out time at 10 is too early, but this is kind of Japanese standard. Like it should be minimum noon or something. I can be flexible when I get a direct booking, but like
Ah,
for those like OTA bookings, like it's 10 a.m. and then they can check in at I think it was 3 or 4. So
okay.
yeah,
Like a
too
hotel.
early and too late. Yeah, it's like a hotel. Yeah.
So
So
you have
yeah,
5 hours
yeah,
basically
5 6 hours. Yeah. Mm.
to clean.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So, for anyone that's interested that wants to stay at least at
Mm-hmm.
Sapporo's
Mm-hmm.
uh, property, it's probably best to just send you a DM, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Like a
Okay.
DM from yeah, the WhatsApp link is there. So
Okay,
mhm.
good. And that gives you more flexibility to
Yes.
change the hours that you allow check in and check out and so forth and other things.
Yes, yes, I can be very flexible. Like since because I have the management company and we're using the OTAs like Booking.com or Airbnb. So when they make bookings from there, I cannot really communicate with the guests
Oh, oh,
directly.
really?
Yeah.
Unless the guest reaches out to you, is that right?
Yeah. Like it's not I
Okay.
can, but like the if I it's kind of like I I'm like interrupting the management companies and guests communication from outside
Oh,
system. So yeah, that's the actually for to me is a bit difficult part to have a management company in between.
interesting. So, then as a host,
Mhm.
to promote your property, I can
Mhm.
imagine, of course, you're relying on the Booking.coms and
Mhm.
Airbnb's own
Mhm.
system, but
Mhm.
you're also interested to promote it on your own, I imagine, through the website.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm.
And very interesting. And, are you familiar with other Airbnbs in the immediate neighborhood, or are you just all by yourself out there?
Oh, actually, so it's an apartment with 8 rooms, like 8 tenants.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, recently the owner changed, and the new owner is like kind of willing to rent out for
Mm.
Airbnb business people. So two were they started renting for Airbnb like 2 rooms at the same
Ah,
time. I was thinking to do both, but okay, this is my first time,
yeah,
maybe a little bit so. So I took the
cash flow.
first floor, yeah, the ground floor one
Uh,
first.
mhm.
Yeah, I barely got it, but it was like immediately. So the agent called me, this is now available, and I just told them, okay, let me book. So that's quick. And
Oh,
another room, yeah, another person is running Airbnb on the second floor, but yeah, maybe we're gonna talk about it. But the food, not
ah,
food, footsteps, yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah,
sound. Yeah,
sound
well,
problem.
okay, good. Yes, we should talk about that. So, yeah, I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
dealing with neighbors.
Mhm.
Um, so how well, first of all, the owner of the building, even
Mhm.
though it's a new owner,
Mhm.
is okay, accepting of tenants like you that are running Airbnb businesses. So
Yeah.
that's step one. But then what about the other tenants, the other residents in the building?
Yeah. So
Do you
other
interact with them?
residents, of course, they're not really happy. I understand because like they used to live like quietly or calmly, just paying rent. But first of all, like when the owner changed, the owner raised the price.
Ah,
Yeah, like 5,000 yen or 8,000 yen, something like that. And they decided to go for Airbnb so that they can put premium.
yes.
So first of all, the residents are not happy, and yeah, I can feel that it's not only in Sapporo, but
Mm.
like throughout the country. Yeah, so for example, when I put the tablet on the wall, so that tablet, we are not really using right now because like it's technically we have to put that tablet when you change your license to from the simple lodging to like hotel act, so that I
Mm.
can do like 365 uh,
Ah,
operation days. Mm, so then we have to have that tablet to do the like face to face, not face to face, but camera check-in.
oh,
Yeah, that's another regulation. So I did,
oh,
yeah, thinking to do that, and immediately the buildings company, I mean building management company, uh, called me. Okay, your neighbor. Uh, so my neighbor asked them, "What is what is this?"
they're spying
This
on me.
tablet. Yeah. So there's a camera. Are they
Mm.
watching me all the time? Is it on? How about my right? Blah blah blah. And
Mm.
so I explained. So the camera is off. I'm not watching you. I'm not spying you. Don't worry.
Wow. Oh, that's a really frontline experience. I haven't read anything about that. You are literally on the front line, though. Yeah. As you know, I wrote an article just a couple of weeks ago about
Yeah.
the minpaku trouble, which
Mm,
is
yeah.
short-term trouble, mainly not so much in Sapporo, but in Tokyo
Mm,
and Kyoto in
mhm.
particular. Yeah, so when, of course, when a new resident comes into an apartment
Mhm.
building or in a rents or buys a house in the
Mhm.
neighborhood, typically the traditional way is to bring little tiny gifts and go introduce yourself to
Mhm.
your neighbors, right?
Mm,
Which
mm,
is like the exact opposite of America, where people come to you. But um, especially in your case, did you
mhm.
do that to go introduce yourself?
So, no, I mean,
Oh,
But not knocking
okay.
the door and
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
and
talking about.
that. I didn't do that because technically the management company again is in between, so it's gonna be a
Uh,
bit confusing. But when
uh,
I went there sometimes before opening the Airbnb, I met some neighbors and yeah, I said
oh,
hello. Yeah, I'm going to open an Airbnb. I will make sure that it's not gonna give you any trouble, blah blah blah. And they were like, okay, okay. But some of them are they hate me back, I think.
ah. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so specifically, what steps are you taking to
Mhm.
ensure that your guests are respectful neighbors, even though it's a short-term visit?
Yeah, so first of all, like we have to write down and put the manuals precisely, of course, in English and Japanese. Maybe I should put Chinese as well.
Mm,
So, but people don't really read manuals or instructions.
true. Let's
And
be honest.
yeah, and I feel like in Japan, so many instructions and so many manuals, like everywhere you
So,
go to everywhere, like trains, hospitals, like don't do this, do that, do that.
right.
So, but anyways, we have to do that. So, but we had another huge like trouble.
Mm,
So actually, it's the very first guest. So she parked at the wrong parking lot, and
mhm.
the car was big. So the neighbor was so angry, and actually, so the neighbor went so aggressive, and he shouted at my guest. So
Ooh,
yeah, it's like in
wow,
first
trial
in
by fire.
Japanese. Yeah. Things like that. So of course the guests got scared and then they called like hotline, which is the management company. So at that time I was not in Sapporo.
Of
So
course.
yeah, and so then of course the buildings management company also called me, sent me like emails, and your neighbor is super angry, what's going on with the parking. But it's a simple mistake. Of course I apologize, I'm very sorry, and we changed the instruction, like you have to park here
Yeah.
with a red.
Mm,
Yeah. So I told them, okay, we revised the instruction, and we put also the sign,
ah,
park here, here,
sure.
here.
Yeah,
You know. So
I see. Okay. And do you use a key lock system to
mm,
allow the guests to enter themselves, enter the property on their own?
yes, actually we use like smart key, so
Oh,
we don't
okay.
really have the physical key. It's
Ah,
old. Mm.
oh, good. Okay. Well, that's even better. Great.
Mm.
Easy. And so the other things, though, like instructions or at least pictograms, perhaps on like how about garbage collection? That's always a big issue
Uh,
in Japan.
yes, so garbage is very difficult for even for Japanese, and it's so
I know it is for me.
great. So, you know, but technically, when you're running an Airbnb, you have to get it collected as business waste, which costs
Ah,
you more. So,
ah,
yeah, my guests are supposed to leave all the garbage inside the room. So, yeah, inside the room, there are like two big uh, trash box.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of damaging my interior, but I have to put. And like each room has like a dustbin, so they're supposed to leave all the garbage there. Then when the cleaning company comes, they collect them, and then they put in a special like business waste collect bag, which
Oh,
is more expensive. So yeah, that's how we do. But somehow Of course, and then we write it down. Throw your garbage here like this. Leave everything in the room. But again, the building management company called me. Yeah, your neighbor, my
They have you
neighbor
on speed
found
dial, it sounds like. Oh,
yeah,
no.
my neighbor found like very. It's obviously tourists, like shiroi koibito or like those like Hokkaido sweets package or like very like souvenir like garbage was in the outside like for neighbors for the whole apartments garbage collection place. So
It's
sorry.
your fault. Oh, so you do a lot of explaining and apologizing, it sounds.
Yes, because like the building management company calls me, and then like I called my Airbnb management company. So yeah, yeah, like I
Presumably,
mentioned.
okay,
Mhm,
your guests are probably, most of them, if not all of them, are trying to do their best to be respectful of the rules and keep
mhm.
things clean. But
Yeah, yeah.
have you, I mean, in the short time that you've been open, have you had any monster guests or anybody that's really caused trouble?
Yeah, I think like all guests are like pretty good people. I mean, very normal people. Like throwing away garbage outside of the room is, it's not that intention. At least they're not throwing away on the ground. I mean, on the
Yeah.
road, something. Yeah, but maybe not monster, but one guest. I don't know, like how how can they like make this much garbage?
What?
That comes
Okay.
extra, but yeah, so far
What
some
about noise?
so noise like yeah, as I mentioned, so because we're on the ground floor, so noise complaints to my room, I haven't received it yet.
Mm,
Yeah, and noise, of course, no partying, be quiet, those kind of instructions
mm,
there. So, but like another room, the second floor, yeah, because it's wooden structure, if
mm,
people like walk around, yeah, they can complain. Yeah, and another unexpected issue and was electricity. So
mm,
that apartment is kind of old, old. So it's 20 or 30 I forgot how to call the watt or
what?
something.
Yeah.
Watt.
Huh?
So yeah, but if we have like four guests and then it's cold, so the
Mm,
main room, like living room, we have a heater, like
sure.
not gas, but oil heater, so warm. But each room has electricity fan heater.
Mhm.
So if they use it at once, then
Mm. The breaker.
electricity,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
breaker off. So I have to make another investment um, to make it up to 60 watt. So that
Um,
one,
man.
ah, but yeah, now it's
Well,
okay.
you are learning by literally trial by fire here. Luckily, no fire,
Mm.
but I just the proverbial trial by fire. But you have learned a great deal in this short time.
Mhm.
I know you're still, well, the good thing is you have lots of bookings, which is wonderful. But
Yes.
are you able to break even at this point? You don't have to share all the
Uh-huh.
details, but
Mhm.
just in general, are you breaking even?
So barely breaking even. Yeah, I can share that like rough figures. And so December like revenue is like around 500,000 yen.
Okay.
It sounds great, right? Because like
It
rent
does.
is
Yeah.
80,000 and the revenue
Ah, sounds, I
500.
can do that math. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a big but coming though. But what?
But like first of all, so OTA like fee, so
Ah,
Airbnb, Booking.com. Do you know how much they take?
no. Well, I'm curious.
So like they take like 15%.
Ooh, very
Yeah,
lucrative business that is. Oh
they're
my.
smart, you know. And so the management fee, I think it depends, but like it's 20%.
Oh, and okay, so that eats into the profit margin quite a bit then.
Yeah, quite a bit, you know. So 15% gone, 20% gone. And then from here, for example, like operating cost, like rent, utilities, and I have to pay cleaning fee aside from that like commission rate. So then 200,000 gone.
Mm,
So and of course I
yeah.
want to like calculate like initial investment payback as well.
Ah,
I planning 3 years. I was hoping like 2 years, but no, it's not gonna happen. So I make it
wow.
3 years so far. Maybe I have to make it 4 or 5. I don't know. But so after all calculation, it's like very small. The margin is
Well,
very small, and the point is December is the highest season, so I
ah,
have to find a way.
well, that was good timing to start though at the end of the year.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, first of all, thank you for being so honest and sharing
Mhm,
the figures with everyone. That's very hard to get normally.
mhm,
But it sounds like through a series of what Kaizen, so continuous improvement
mhm,
activities like you're already doing, like with the communications
mhm,
to your guests,
mhm.
uh, you'll find a way to eke more profit out of this. It sounds like. Are you confident that that should be possible?
I yes.
Sort
I
of.
have to.
A definite maybe there. Okay, I got it. All right. But if you were doing this, if you were going to turn back the clock
Mhm,
and before you decided to make the jump into this business,
mhm,
knowing what you know now, would
mhm.
you still do this?
Oh, it's a good question. Mm. Mm.
Ooh, okay, that answers that question.
Yeah, but I no regret. Like now I'm here, I'm very happy. Like, you know, it's really interesting, you know, and I can meet many people and yeah. So for to me it's really a good start to first renting, you know. Mm.
Hey, we have a great question that just came
Mhm.
in from a listener
Mhm.
and highly relevant in your case since you spent
Mhm.
so much time abroad.
Mhm.
Here it is. Managing means you have to be in Japan, question mark essentially.
Mhm.
So this will prevent you from going abroad. I guess the gist is to what extent do you really need to be in and around your property pretty much all the time?
Mhm. Yeah, so about that license, so
Hmm,
if you run your own, you have to be there when guests come. So
oh,
mean yeah, 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 you cannot go abroad. I mean, you can go abroad, but when you're away, you cannot have guests.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ah, yeah.
But if you are using a management company, then you're able to essentially outsource that function.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So to me, like not having management company is not an option because I often go outside of Sapporo. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the answer to that question is it's not a major issue
It's
for
not a major
okay.
issue, as long as you have management company, yeah.
Okay, that
Mhm,
works and trust. Good. Well, hopefully that answered the question. That was a good, very good question.
mm,
Um, but actually, I was curious back on
mhm,
the OTA. So these are
mhm,
the sites like Booking.com or
mhm.
Airbnb itself. Are you finding that some are more effective than others at getting bookings?
Sorry?
Like, are some of these particular OTAs
Mhm.
better at
Ah,
collecting new business or bookings for you than others?
yeah. So far, 80% I would say is through Airbnb.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, yeah. So right after open, actually, so Booking.com had a bit of issue. Like the mapping is a bit strange. I mean, was not
Oh,
like correct. So they have to like we have to list again, and then that caused like double booking and chaos.
oh. Ah, Yeah, okay. Hey, by the way, yeah, we
Mm.
need to know where exactly is this property?
So thank you for asking. So that property is like 5 stations north from Sapporo.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
convenient.
yeah, convenient. Actually, Sapporo is very small compared to
Yeah.
Tokyo. So like anywhere, it's very close to the like, Odori or Suzuki no very, like city center. Yeah.
And are there like, is there a supermarket nearby or post office or
Yes.
whatever?
Convenience store is 1 minute away. And yeah, so the reason I chose that property is so the location is super good. So it's like 4 minute walk from the subway station,
Oh,
which is
oh,
very good than JR because of this dumping snow. So
oh,
and
yes.
also yeah, it's really close to inter how do you say that in English?
Oh, the
Highway
expressway?
interchange.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's 3 minutes, 3 minute drive.
Oh, oh,
So
good.
yeah, you can go very quickly to Otaru.
Hokkaido.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Teine is one of the
Hmm,
popular ski place.
yeah.
Skiing place.
So,
Yeah.
for example, to drive from the property to Niseko,
Mhm.
how long would that take? A couple hours?
So during summer, less than two
Hmm,
hours during
okay.
summer. And during winter, it
It
takes
depends.
longer. Yeah, it depends. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Yeah, as a matter of fact, for those who are outside of Japan, you might not know this, but Japan's getting lots of snow this year,
Mhm.
which is wonderful for the ski business, but
Yeah.
it's too much snow for Sapporo and the trains have
Mhm.
been shut down.
Mhm.
But that's a good point. The subway is open. So,
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and I remember I should mention like Sapporo, like it's only for Japanese seaside, like those yukiguni, so snow areas.
yeah.
So for example, I have to put the heater on 27 not 27, 24/7 so that because it's an old apartment,
Mm,
during the very cold season, the water piping can burst. So we have to
oh,
leave
my.
it on. So that cost me, like utility fees are not cheap.
Um,
Yeah, and snow shoveling,
oh, good point.
yukitaki.
For
So
the parking space.
yeah, so that for the parking space, so far the management company and the cleaning company, they're doing snow shoveling all the time. And
Oh,
it's the good thing is they have um, snow melting pot kind of underground.
oh,
We call it yusetsuko. So if you just throw the snow inside and then it's gonna melt. But not all the apartment has that one. For example, my current apartment, they don't have it. So, like last week was so much dumping snow, and then I was away like 2 days, and then when I returned, my parking is gone, literally. So
under 2 meters of snow.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I gave
Wow.
up. Yeah, so snow shoveling is a big thing to consider. Yeah, so at the worst case, we have to call a truck to take the snow away, and it costs a lot, like 80,000 yen minimum one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh boy.
So yeah, so running Airbnb at the house in Sapporo is yeah good. Like you don't have owner, but you have to take care of snow.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you have to have a property ideally that would have a place to put the snow that you need to move out of the driveway.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, there are all sorts of things to consider when you're considering a location. Although your spot really does sound good, and especially a little bit removed. I mean, 5 stations from city center is pretty easy to get
Mm,
around.
yeah.
I really like staying in that kind of location. So
Mm,
It's a normal neighborhood, it sounds like.
Yes, very normal neighborhood, like residential area, and so many nice restaurants, like Sapporo,
Ah,
like soup curry,
uh,
ramen,
yes, famous.
Genghis Khan.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm getting hungry. My goodness.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the winter
Mhm,
time, as you mentioned, is the high season essentially, and
mhm,
I know you're
mhm.
Sapporo, the snow festival is coming up, but Hokkaido is a beautiful place all year round,
Yes,
and the
yes.
summer is a really good draw.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you promote that fact?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, so summer is the coolest.
Mhm.
Compared to, among Japan, Hokkaido is the coolest place in during summer.
That's
Yeah, and so like sakura,
mm,
cherry
it's
blossoms.
later.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's later. Actually, it's like the end of April or the beginning of May.
oh, much later
So
than the rest of Japan.
yeah, if you miss a cherry blossom in Kyushu or Tokyo, then come to Sapporo. It's still
Mm,
there. Yeah.
okay, very good. Well, all right. Well, that sounds
And
good.
also autumn leaves are sorry, yeah.
Hmm,
Like,
fall foliage. Yeah, that's another time.
mm.
Autumn.
So oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Fall is also beautiful. Mm.
Good. And another thing, since your main business beyond the
Mhm,
Airbnb property
mhm,
hosting is Lisa in Sapporo as a travel concierge service,
mhm,
how are you interacting with your guests at the property to also, promote, sell, get them to
mhm,
hire you as a tour guide and so forth?
mhm. So, I first contact like about the lodging. About the Airbnb place. It's about it's the management company takes care, but I send them my walking tour,
Mm.
or if they want to make a plan before coming to Japan, I do online like travel
Oh,
planning
good.
consulting. And also, I have the license, general travel service manager.
Oh,
So in Japan, like booking a hotel or arranging a transport and with fee, you
mm.
have to have a license.
Oh,
So yeah, yeah, those kind of thing. So for example, if the guest wants to take Shinkansen, for example, from Sapporo, actually Sapporo doesn't have Shinkansen, so we have to go to Hakodate. But
mm.
for example, if they okay, let's make it if they want to fly out from Sapporo to Tokyo, for example, then I can arrange that ticket as well.
Oh, you do
Yeah,
all of that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
completely. Airplane ticket is easy, so they can do it themselves. But maybe like Shinkansen or like place that reservation is hard. Yeah, for example, so there's a very popular sushi chain. It's
Uh-huh.
called Toriton. And
Yes.
yeah, you know that?
Yeah,
It's
I've been to Sapporo many times. It's a great it is one of the best places for
yeah,
seafood in particular,
yeah, 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 exactly.
and Otaru. Yeah.
I know that as well. It's so affordable, but there's always a so long queue. You cannot book online. But
Mm.
so, for example, I help them. I first get the ticket while
Yeah.
they're like enjoying shopping around. Actually, it's close to beer Sapporo beer
Huh.
museum. Yeah, and then I can give them the ticket. So,
I
and then
see.
if they want, I can join them and explain. I can give them all the explanation about how to eat or the sushi about sushi or chawanmushi or yeah, those kind of stuff.
Terrific. Wow. That sounds like one-stop shopping for anything you need related to travel in Hokkaido
Yeah, 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 exactly.
in English.
Yeah, in English. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable.
Mm.
Okay, and it comes with an accommodation. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really easy, right? Like one stop everything. Mm.
good. Say, just a quick shout out to our listeners. We still have quite a number of people listening
Mhm,
in. Uh, any questions, please, or comments, please put them in the chat. We'd love to take a look at them. Another thing Lisa, I'm very
Mhm.
impressed. I mean, as a young woman in Japan who is a entrepreneur,
Oh,
and there aren't many people like you. I
yeah.
mean, this must be pretty satisfying. Of course, you had the previous experience in Rwanda, which
Mhm,
is also very unusual, but
mhm.
you're really quite a role model for a lot of young
Uh,
Japanese people, particularly women in Japan.
thank you for saying that. Yeah, in Japan, not only for like women, but generally, you know, they prefer work for a company. Like, yeah, things are changing, but for example, like my parents' generation, the like success model is very like fixed model. You study hard, you go to a good university, and then you get into a good company, prestigious company, and work 40 years, without changing, without moving. Your holiday is like when you're lucky 1 week, twice a year. And then your future, which is over 60 at the time, is promised. That's the like successful model.
Mm.
But, like things are changing. And yeah, to me, once I no more like salaryman, I cannot go back. Like then you have to work like from Monday to Friday with fixed time, and especially when you have kids, it's really
Ah,
tough. mm. So I would say like freelance or like managing a company is more flexible than working for a company. And like I said, all your experience is yours if you are working for yourself. For example, like this Airbnb thing, oh, I got the claim, I have to apologize, I have to do some work, I have to upgrade the instruction, blah, blah, blah. If I'm doing this for a company or for someone, it's, you know, difficult. But yeah, all those experience is mine so that I
mm,
can talk like this. And yeah, so that's my philosophy. Like in Rwanda, I was working, like setting up a restaurant was so tough, and it's like operating only 2 days off throughout the year. It's open Monday, Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it was crazy. And
oh,
if you calculate your wage, oh, I was like,
so negative.
yeah, yeah, even negative. But
Mm,
yeah, that was my company, my
well,
restaurant. So everything,
that's right.
yeah, 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 fine, yeah.
Well, that's very inspirational, and
Mhm.
I'm sure your parents are probably used to this by now, but I'm sure they're quite proud of you, what you've accomplished in both places.
Thank
Good.
you. Mm.
So we have a question/comment. Oh, it looks like from a fellow
Mhm.
Airbnb operator. So
Oh.
let's read it here. We bought our place, reformed it, so
Mhm.
remodeled it, and now live on the second floor. Ah, and okay. And
That's
then,
the perfect
therefore, the
way.
need to have a management service and cleaning that looks like they do it themselves. So
Mhm.
it's an alternative way to running an Airbnb. Ah, okay. So just a
Perfect.
comment.
Yeah, that's
Good.
perfect. Yeah.
And then here's another comment. Thanks
Mhm.
for a really informative, fun, and inspiring talk. I went to Sapporo twice last year, and
Oh.
hotels were very expensive, both
Mhm.
winter and summer. So next
Mhm.
time I'll be DMing you. All right, there you
Yes,
go.
yes,
It's
please.
good. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Listener. I mean, if you don't mind sharing, maybe the rate changes by season, but how much do you charge for your property?
So for my property, we have to charge so minimum 2 nights stay.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so like February Yuki Matsuri, snow festival is very expensive, but so it really depends. But
Okay.
lowest is 2 nights, like 30,000.
Okay, that's very reasonable. And how do you determine your pricing, even though it's a little bit dynamic depending on the season? Do you check the other properties or how do you do that?
Yeah, actually, so like the management company is the one who's deciding
Oh,
actually. So I can
oh,
advise them. Yeah, but so because this is first year, it's kind of still like experiment phase. So
so you don't have control over the pricing?
I can, but
Oh,
yeah, I'm not really controlling these days. But like for example, they're taking like only one night bookings at the beginning, and so I told them please don't, because like if it's only one day, cleaning fee is almost 10,000.
oh,
So like all
good
the
point.
like it's swept out. So yeah, please make it minimum 2 nights, and please make it minimum blah blah blah. Yeah.
Now that's extremely practical information. Uh,
Yes, I learned, from my experience.
yeah,
Yeah.
you should write a blog post about this.
Maybe I should.
Lessons learned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lesson learned
So,
in a hard way, actually. Yeah.
well, that's great. It sounds like you at least have one new customer who's coming in. I know on our next trip to Hokkaido, I know where I'm staying in Sapporo, but I'm curious,
Mm,
for your future plans,
mhm.
is there going to be at least in the Sapporo empire here of Airbnb properties across Hokkaido, or you're going to stick with just one for a while?
Maybe for a while, one, but as soon I find nice like property come across, maybe I would start another. Actually, I'm
Okay.
willing to start. Yeah, it's completely by chance. If I were a millionaire, yeah, I'm gonna, buy whole buildings, maybe Sapporo or
Ah,
Hotaru or Furano, BN.
yeah. Ah, yes,
But
yes.
yeah.
So that's a good point. So in other words, if you have the cash, if you have the at least the financial resources to get a loan, ideally you would want to buy an entire building so you'd have total control over that,
Yeah,
right?
investment wise, if you want to make money, then yes, that's the most profitable way. But if you wanna like more enjoy interactions with guests in a cozy place, then you should buy a house and live there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
like the other listener that just made a
Yes,
comment.
yes, yes.
So another kind of related topic is unfortunately not so much in Sapporo, but in Tokyo and in Kyoto,
Mm-hmm.
there's been kind of a fair amount of negative press related to some of the issues with
Mm-hmm.
particularly with foreign visitors that aren't taking or respectful of the guests with
Mm-hmm.
noise and garbage and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We already talked about that, but one school of thought is, all right, Airbnb businesses like you're doing are fine if it's small scale, like the
Mm-hmm.
kind of scale that you're currently doing, or like the other listener who just commented, who's actually living at the property and renting
Mm-hmm.
out upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like making this into a full scale
Mm-hmm.
business,
Mm-hmm.
multiple units, offsite,
Mm-hmm.
then there's a little bit of pushback. But
Mm.
where do you stand as a host? Do you think all of either business model is okay, or would you rather have Airbnb just focus on hosts like you that are a little bit more small scale?
You mean like sorry? Come again, please.
Well, so two schools of thought. One would be for Airbnb to be limited to
Uh-huh.
small scale operations,
Mm-hmm.
ideally living on where the host lives on
Mm.
site.
Mhm.
That's kind of the original model of
Yeah,
Airbnb.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But now another, the other side would be more of a business where you're
Mm.
managing multiple properties like a
Mhm.
regular
Mhm.
business. So there's a little bit of pushback on that.
Yeah.
Where do you stand?
Uh, it's difficult. I'm positive for both. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, you can enjoy as like more like small business hosting at your own place, that the original like authentic model.
Yeah.
And yeah, for business model, it's good, but I do understand how people feel about it. And that might push the prices up in that
Ah,
neighborhood or in that
yes.
area. So yeah,
Um,
definitely the government has to do something. I think like Barcelona or somewhere they completely banned Airbnb
Yeah.
due to that like residential areas prices up. So yeah, it's kind of balance.
Yeah, balance. Okay. And
Mm,
in order to be a respectful guest, or
mhm,
actually, I'm saying, let's focus on the host, your position.
mhm,
What advice would you give to either existing hosts
mhm,
of current properties or somebody that's aspiring to emulate your success
mhm,
to be a good host,
mhm.
uh, not only for your guests, but also for the neighborhood? What recommendations would you have?
So first of all, follow the law. Yeah.
Follow the law. All right.
Yeah,
That's
follow the law.
good. Good advice.
Yeah, that's very important. And actually, some are running illegally. That's bad.
Mhm.
And yeah, yeah. So of course you have to respect the regulations. You have to follow the law, and not law but regulations. Yeah, and always be responsible. Like
Yeah.
so technically in my case, the management company is the one who's responsible for like neighborhood thing troubles because they have the license and that's what the contract says. But as an owner, for example, of course you have to have the good management company.
Mm.
Yeah, they're dealing well. Like they immediately upgrade the sign or instructions, and of course, I don't ignore the codes from the building management company. And of course, I apologize if things went wrong. And but at the same time, like for example, that my neighbor shouting at the guests is not good. They can complain, of course, but shouting is like kind of harassing. So I took all the like memo or record and
Yeah.
just let the management company know just in case because I'm following regulations, I'm respecting regulations, and I'm paying rent, of course,
Yeah.
premium. So yeah, we don't have to like confront, like not get confronted, but yeah, try to be always respectful and responsible. Yeah.
That's great. Very, very clear, solid advice.
Mm.
One last question here from me, at least, and that is, uh, in the system of Airbnb, I've
Mhm.
done it many times.
Mhm.
At the end of everything, you rate the property. So,
Mhm.
are you essentially living and dying on your scores, or
Mhm.
how? To what extent is the kuchikomi or
Ichikomi.
word of mouth important?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like many Airbnb owners say, like the rating it matters the most.
Mm,
So if you like one of my friends, he's also running Airbnb in Tokyo. So once he got three stars,
mm,
and actually he immediately called a client and apologized or something, and they gave him discount. And then
ooh,
so it's not really I'm not really recommending this style. And then he asked to give him 5 stars. So yeah, what I wanted to say is that they
mm,
really really care. I won't do that.
yeah.
And like 5 or 4 or 3 is really depends. Like some people are, oh, I'm super happy to stay at your place, star 3. But some people are like, oh, I didn't like this part, but generally it was good, and then put 4. And some people are like, uh, put everything 5. So it's a bit difficult, but yeah, actually, so the review matters. You have to be very careful. And maybe I should be more careful. I'm not really controlling the review directly.
No, no, but so when you imagine you're focused not only on the star rating system, but also the narrative comments, the written
Mhm.
comments.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
respond then right away?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the management company. That's another thing. So I cannot really write in my account of the
Oh,
yeah the
oh
system.
my.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a
You have
difficult.
a lot of restrictions here.
Yes, I didn't really
Okay.
think about it well in advance. So
Yeah.
so next time when I do Airbnb, maybe I should do where I live, like kind of Nisetai Juto
Yeah. So
style,
you're on premises.
so that I can have portable. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, this is all right. Well, I must say we're now at our hour here, but first of all, thank you to everyone who's participated by listening live. We've had a large number of people. Great questions, comments, and but first of all, a huge thanks to Lisa in Sapporo because just outstanding. Oh, here somebody wrote 5 stars for this talk. Thanks, guys. Okay, good. All right, we'll take that. Uh, I have learned a lot, and this is a lot of practical information that you really don't hear about or read about unless you search for it. But wonderful, and I can only wish you the best of success. You have to give a final message to everyone, and also be very clear. And I'll put it in the final write up. But how do we get in touch with you and make a booking?
Thank you for asking. Yeah, thank you for all your very kind comment, and yeah, thank you for asking. So I think you put my landing page link,
Yes.
right? So from there, I put all my services and message me here button, and then it comes to my WhatsApp. So please reach me directly, and also, yeah, if you have any questions about running Airbnb or other anything, just give me a comment. Maybe I can write a newsletter about that.
Mm,
Yeah.
good
Mm.
idea.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and I wish you the best of success. I actually, you are going to be successful just based on an amazing attitude and how you've learned and already incorporated the feedback into improving the property and your whole travel experience. So, congratulations on a really good start. It's inspirational. I look forward to being a guest at some point in Sapporo.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark. And thank you for everyone joining me from the morning. Have a very pleasant day. And yeah, hopefully see you around.
Terrific. Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
お疲れ様でした. Thanks for watching and or listening to another story from the Read My Lips series of podcasts on Real Gaijin. Tell us what you think and be sure to tune in again next time.
Yoo-hoo!